To understand where education in China is headed, you need to look beyond its history and current trends. While Beijing reflects the past and Shanghai showcases the present, Shenzhen stands out as a shining example of the future, leading the way with groundbreaking innovation and a commitment to educational excellence. In this video, we'll explore some of the ways China is making the classroom for the future. Shenzhen's technological schools. Shenzhen, a city celebrated for its innovative urban planning and dedication to sustainability, has become a shining example of modern education in China. Its schools are at the forefront of technological integration, offering students an advanced, hands-on learning experience. In Shenzhen, classrooms are equipped with cutting-edge tools like digital whiteboards, interactive tablets, and fast, reliable online platforms. Subjects such as coding, robotics, and artificial intelligence are not just included in the curriculum. They are deeply embedded, shaping a generation of tech-savvy learners ready for the future. Imagine a typical high school in Shenzhen: sprawling green campuses, state-of-the-art science libraries, and classrooms with high-definition screens powered by 5G connectivity. These schools also have specialized labs for biology, robotics, and artificial intelligence, where students can engage in hands-on projects. Some even feature a flight simulator for China's domestically developed C-919 airplane, showing the city's commitment to practical, immersive education. Beyond academics, these schools also nurture creativity through art studios, music rooms, and fully equipped theaters, providing a well-rounded education. In Fujian province, companies like Learson are driving innovations in educational technology. These include advanced lighting systems and sensory tools that create optimal learning environments. For instance, lighting adjusts dynamically to reduce eye strain and improve focus, while sensors ensure classrooms are always well lit with natural or artificial light. Such advancements emphasize the importance of comfort and concentration in modern education. Across China, the education system reflects the nation's ambitious goals. Since the 1980s, a mandatory 9 years of education has provided foundational learning to millions. Today, over 150,000 primary schools serve approximately 105 million students, achieving near universal access to primary education. Secondary education is equally robust, with nearly 880,000 junior and 14,000 senior secondary schools, and enrollment rates continue to climb. The government's focus on vocational education complements traditional academics, offering diverse pathways for students nationwide. Technology is reshaping how students learn. Traditional blackboards are giving way to interactive screens with anti-glare features for better visibility and engagement. Classrooms now include ergonomic furniture and air purifiers, promoting student health and comfort. Digital platforms and remote learning tools, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic, have ensured uninterrupted education for millions. China's dedication to education is backed by significant financial investments. More than 4% of its GDP is allocated annually to education, with a staggering 5.3 trillion yuan invested in 2020 alone. These funds modernize school infrastructure, improve teacher training, and expand digital resources. This commitment to excellence highlights how China views education as a cornerstone of its national development. From futuristic classrooms to holistic student growth, the Chinese education system is setting new benchmarks for what learning can achieve. Looking ahead, China's education system is set to grow and innovate further by focusing on accessibility, embracing technological advancements, and promoting holistic student development. Let's explore further. 5G plus smart education. China is shaping the future of its youth by preparing them for a fiercely competitive global landscape while cementing its role as a leader in educational innovation and reform. One of its remarkable achievements is the establishment of 3.38 million 5G base stations, ensuring widespread gigabit coverage across cities, counties, and even rural villages. This technological milestone has unlocked incredible opportunities for transforming education through 5G's unique features, including ultra-fast speeds, minimal delays, high reliability, vast capacity, and broad connectivity. In education, 5G is driving a digital revolution, seamlessly integrating into China's schools and classrooms. It has become a key force behind the nation's push for educational reform. This progress is strongly tied to recent policies designed to modernize learning. For example, in September 2021, China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, along with the Ministry of Education, launched the groundbreaking 5G plus Smart Education pilot project. By February 2022, 109 innovative pilot programs had been introduced to explore how 5G could tackle educational challenges and drive systemic improvements. The results of these efforts have been impressive. According to a white paper published by the 5G Application Industry Alliance and the China Internet Association, regions across the country have included 5G-powered smart education in their modernization plans under the 14th Five-Year Plan. This initiative emphasizes building better infrastructure, such as 5G networks, and integrating these advancements into campus networks to transform how students learn. China's approach is setting a global example. While other countries are also experimenting with 5G in education, such as using it for augmented reality, AR, virtual reality, VR, and remote learning, their efforts are still limited in scope. Unlike China's widespread application, these programs typically focus on specific scenarios and cover fewer schools. As 5G technology continues to expand worldwide, the potential for smart education will grow, but China's comprehensive approach currently places it far ahead of the curve. China is at the forefront of the global 5G revolution, leading the world both in the size of its 5G network and in the number of key 5G patents held by Chinese companies. Many schools across China are eagerly exploring how to use 5G technology to enhance education, from integrating it into teaching, exams, and campus management to transforming the overall educational experience. This has already begun to show early positive results domestically. For example, Beijing University of Posts and Telecommunications has created a dedicated 5G campus network that connects both people and physical infrastructure, pushing the boundaries of what a campus network can do. They are experimenting with innovative authentication methods and network integrations. Similarly, Zhejiang University is exploring creative ways to use 5G, such as syncing data and implementing one-stop login technologies to make their campus network more efficient. On an international level, the National University of Singapore is incorporating 5G and IoT technologies into its smart campus innovations. These advancements help with tasks like building inspections, campus management, security, and even augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR applications. In China, the push for 5G integration in education is supported by the government, which has been constructing 5G demonstration cities and launching pilot projects for 5G plus smart education. This nationwide initiative highlights the growing role of 5G in transforming higher education, supported by both internal and external factors working together to make 5G deployment in schools a reality. The key benefits of 5G for education lie in its ability to provide high-speed, low-latency connections that ensure smooth HD video streaming and enable real-time interactive lessons. This creates immersive learning environments where students can engage more effectively. The vast capacity of 5G also allows many devices to be connected simultaneously, enhancing smart classrooms and remote labs. Additionally, 5G's network slicing technology allows educational institutions to customize their networks to meet various needs, making resource management more efficient. The integration of 5G into education is breaking down the traditional limits of time and space, providing equal access to resources, and improving the quality of teaching. It introduces innovation into the education system, producing talent that is better prepared for the demands of the modern world. 5G supports lifelong learning and makes education more accessible by enabling continuous, anywhere, anytime learning. As 5G evolves and its applications grow, it will continue to play a central role in driving digital transformation in education. For 5G to have a sustainable impact, ongoing collaboration will be required to discover new uses and solutions for its role in education. Looking ahead, the adoption of 5G in China's educational landscape marks a significant step toward a more connected and technology-driven future. As 5G expands across campuses nationwide, the potential for innovation in teaching and learning is limitless. So will it enhance remote learning, create interactive educational experiences, and empower both teachers and students to explore new realms of knowledge and collaboration? Let's take a closer look and unravel more interesting technological advances. China using AI in classrooms. Artificial intelligence (AI) is transforming the world in ways we never thought possible. One of the most remarkable areas where AI is making a difference is in education. China, a country known for its impressive education system, is leading the charge in using AI to revolutionize the way millions of students learn. China has long been recognized for its outstanding performance in subjects like math, science, and reading, often ranking #1 globally. But with such a large population, providing quality education to every student remains a challenge. This is where AI comes in, helping to enhance the learning experience and address these challenges. AI in classrooms offers many exciting benefits. First and foremost, it allows for personalized learning. AI can assess each student's strengths and weaknesses, and then design customized learning plans to fit their individual needs. This means every student can learn at their own pace and receive the right level of support to succeed, ensuring that no one falls behind. Another huge advantage is that AI fosters more interactive learning. Through AI-powered tools like chatbots and virtual assistants, students can engage in more dynamic conversations with both their teachers and classmates. These tools not only make lessons more fun, but they also help deepen students' understanding, making the learning process much more engaging. Moreover, AI supports teachers by handling repetitive tasks such as grading and assessments. This gives educators more time to focus on what matters most: teaching and creating lesson plans. Automation of grading also helps eliminate human bias, making the process fairer and more consistent. In Chinese classrooms, AI is already making a real impact. For instance, AI-powered cameras are used to monitor student behavior. These cameras, which include facial recognition technology, can detect when a student isn't paying attention, is fidgeting, or even falling asleep. This helps teachers spot potential issues early and take action to keep students engaged. Another example is AI chatbots. These bots provide instant feedback to students, answering their questions in real time. Even when a teacher isn't available, students can still get the help they need, ensuring their learning continues smoothly. AI is also being used to create virtual classrooms, allowing students to learn from anywhere in the world. This is particularly helpful in rural areas where access to schools may be limited. Virtual classrooms break down barriers and make education accessible to everyone, no matter where they live. However, despite the many benefits of AI in education, some concerns need to be addressed. One concern is privacy. Since AI-powered cameras and chatbots gather sensitive information about students, there's a risk that this data could be misused. Schools must take steps to protect this information and ensure it is securely stored. Another worry is the potential for bias in AI systems. AI relies on data to make decisions, and if the data used to train AI is biased, it can lead to unfair results. This could negatively impact students, particularly if it leads to discrimination. Lastly, there is a concern that AI might eventually replace teachers. While AI can handle routine tasks, it can never replace the emotional support, mentorship, and guidance that teachers provide. Human connection is an essential part of teaching, and AI cannot replicate that. China's use of AI in education highlights its commitment to improving learning for its vast population. While there are valid concerns around privacy, bias, and the role of teachers, the benefits of AI in education are undeniable. While prioritizing student well-being and ensuring equal opportunities for all learners, the Chinese government is taking a bold step to ensure that every child has access to education. Let's dive deeper. The 9-year-old compulsory education. The 9-year compulsory education system in China is designed with a focus on the people, aiming to ensure that every child has access to education. The main goals of this system are to fully embrace the concept of development, make education widely available, promote quality education, and guarantee everyone's right to learn. It also seeks to foster the all-around growth of individuals. The law behind this education system ensures that children and young people of school age receive their right to education, and it has become a key part of the country's development. This policy was officially put into law in April 1986, marking a historic moment for China. For the first time, it was legally required that children receive 9 years of free compulsory education. This law has been in effect ever since, ensuring that no child is left without an education. Before the 1980s, China had gone through difficult times, struggling with wars and internal conflicts in the 1940s and 1950s. The country also underwent major reforms in the 1960s and 1970s. By the 1980s, China was facing severe poverty. The leaders at that time recognized that the only way to improve the situation and help the country grow was by focusing on education. They realized that education was the key to lifting the country out of poverty. In China, there's a saying, "Knowledge can change your life." Without basic knowledge and reading skills, there would be no way out of the poverty that many people face. Thanks to the vision of the leaders, the law was passed, and it has been in effect for over 30 years. The results have been remarkable. Many children who were once unable to attend school because of poverty were able to receive an education, and some even went on to college, dramatically changing their lives. The impact of this law is clear today, as those born in the 1980s and 1990s have now grown up with once unavailable opportunities. One of the major strengths of this policy is that it has significantly reduced child labor, which was a serious issue before the policy was implemented in China. In the past, due to poverty, many children were forced to work long hours outside the home to help support their families. Tragically, many of these children suffered from exhaustion and even died because of the grueling labor. However, this law has changed that situation, offering these children protection and a chance for a better life. This is a key positive outcome of the policy. However, like any policy, there are both pros and cons. As China develops and families become wealthier, some have started to take things for granted. For instance, since basic education is now free, some parents may not fully appreciate its value. There's a saying in China, "You get what you pay for." When something is expensive, people tend to value it more, but when it's free, it can be overlooked. This can impact how seriously students take their education, affecting their performance and grades. Another concern with the policy is that many people hope the years of mandatory education will be extended to 12 or even 16 years, to include preschool and college education. While China is progressing rapidly, some children, especially those from poor families in remote villages, still struggle to afford higher education. There's hope that in the future, even children from low-income families will be able to attend college without financial barriers. This is another area where the policy could be improved. The policy also brings certain challenges for schools. With the requirement to educate all school-age children, schools need to be large enough and well-equipped to handle the growing number of students. This means there must be enough schools in every district, qualified teachers, and sufficient teaching materials and infrastructure. In addition, since education is free, schools are not allowed to charge students for any reason, making it crucial that resources are provided by the government. As for the learning experience, while basic education is free, it still needs to align with government regulations. Teachers are required to meet specific curriculum standards set by the Ministry of Education, which includes subjects like Chinese, mathematics, English, science, art, music, and physical education in primary school. As students advance to junior and senior school, they must study more academic subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, politics, history, and geography. In high school, students are given a choice between liberal arts and science tracks. Ultimately, all students face the intense challenge of preparing for the highly competitive college entrance exam, which determines their future educational path. In China, this exam is famous for its difficulty, and students must work hard to perform well to secure a spot in a reputable college or university. Challenges facing China future education. China's education system may seem impressive on the surface, but it's far from perfect and faces some major hurdles. One of the biggest challenges is the gap between urban and rural areas. In the cities, students have access to top-tier schools, experienced teachers, and the best resources. But in rural regions, things are quite different. It's as if some students start the race much further ahead with every advantage, while others are left struggling to catch up. Another problem is the shortage of teachers, especially in specialized fields like science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. China urgently needs skilled educators who can inspire and guide the next generation of innovators and problem solvers. But attracting and keeping those talented teachers is a real challenge. The private sector often offers much higher salaries, making it even harder for the education system to compete. To overcome these obstacles, China needs fresh ideas and flexible solutions. New ways to adapt and innovate that can level the playing field for all students, no matter where they live. Despite facing many obstacles, China isn't giving up. They're constantly trying out new ideas and approaches, and one of the most promising solutions is online education. It's helping to close the gap between cities and rural areas, making high-quality resources available to even the most isolated villages. Another key focus is developing essential skills for the 21st century, skills like teamwork, communication, and critical thinking, which robots still haven't figured out. At the same time, China is encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship, aiming to create a generation of young people ready to take on the world's biggest challenges. As for China's global impact on education, we're witnessing the start of a new era. China's educational reforms are sending ripples around the globe, with other countries keeping a close eye on their progress, taking notes, and perhaps borrowing a few ideas. Chinese universities are now attracting more international students than ever before, becoming global centers for learning and research. The future of education is being shaped in China, and their experiences, along with their innovations and even their struggles, will deeply influence how future generations are educated. This is a worldwide conversation, and China's voice is becoming louder and more influential each day. What do you think about the way China is creating classrooms for the future? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.